What's up guys, hope you're doing well. Today we'll have another look into the Solana price chart because today we just hit our price target and therefore we want to know what is about to happen next and also what is there to watch out for. So I would say let's get straight into this. The price target that I'm talking about is this one right here. We activated this at the 21st of July and technically we not hit it exactly. So today the highest price was 249.60. The price target is 250.06. So that means we have missed it by 46 pennies. Still, I would consider this as hit. So therefore we have hit this price target, which is very nice to see. And you know that normally when we hit a price target, the next price target will be activated. In this case, so far, this is not the case, because for the next price target to be activated, we not just need to hit the price target, but we also need to have a daily candle close above the price target. That means for the next price target to be active, we would need a daily candle close above 250.06, and we basically have exactly 1 week to do this. So let's have a look what is stopping us, and also first maybe it's interesting to see what then the next price target would be. So let's quickly check that. Breakout time, we don't know exactly, we just want to know the level that we get to, and that is 312.21. So this would be the next price target that would be activated if we have the daily candle close above 250.06. At the moment this is speculation because we don't have the daily candle close, and also we have some things that are holding us back. Let me show it to you. So first of all, we have a big resistance area right here. Let's check this. Yeah, right about here. Let me also mark this in red. You can see how often we got rejected from this level. Right here, then we managed to close higher but directly have fallen back into it. Rejected. Here, yeah, we have managed to push through. Then it acted as support for a short while and then another rejection, and right now we are exactly in that level. If we zoom in a little bit, then we can see that we actually dipped above it today, but so far we were not able to hold this. Therefore, what we have and what we can see is that we have a very strong resistance level that we are right in at the moment. And as I'm currently looking at the chart, so we still have about 5 hours left to go, but the daily candles are not looking that strong right now. And also we have another warning signal. I will open up the RSI and then you can see it that we have a bearish divergence right here. So that means you can see it right here. Oh, let me give another one. You can see it right here. So we have an increasing price and a decreasing RSI, which is pointing towards that the momentum is not that strong and that we are lacking strength. This is normally a very bearish sign, but as everything in trading, nothing is 100%. So that means that also this divergence can be ignored. We can continue to increase, and at some point the RSI will be higher, or it, as I said, will just simply be ignored and therefore will be invalidated. So this is just a warning sign that we should have on our radar. Also, there is another thing, and that is if we take a look into Bitcoin, you know that if Bitcoin is strong, altcoins are strong. If Bitcoin is weak, altcoins are most likely also weak. And in Bitcoin, we are at the moment also facing the next resistance level right here. Currently, we don't have a clear picture. As I said it in the last updates, as long as we are remaining above 112,000, this is a good sign. But if we get a temporary rejection right here, we could also see something in the other altcoins, therefore also in Solana. And we should also not forget that in 3 days there is the decision on the rate cuts, so that will also be interesting, and there we can expect some volatility. But right now at the moment I see it as very critical in Solana that we see what is happening in this area. So I could imagine, which would be favorable for our next price target, that we continue to increase for a couple of days until the rate cut announcement. You know that this potentially is an event with buy the rumors, sell the news, and if that continues right here and we manage to push higher, get a daily candle close above the 250 level, then we would activate our next price target, which is $312, which would be of course favorable for us. But the thing is that we only have 1 week left for this. So the next days in Solana will be very interesting, because currently we are in this resistance zone right here. So far we are making the first signs of weakness. We also have some warnings with the bearish divergence right here, also with the current shape of the daily candles. Bitcoin is also at resistance, and on top of all that we have the rate cut decision next week, so in 3 days. And I think the decision what will happen next will happen within this next 3 days, because we still have 7 days time for the time window right here with this price target. That means in theory we have 7 days time to get a daily candle close above 250 to activate the next price target. But in reality I think the decision will be made in the next 3 days, latest on Wednesday, when there is the rate cut decision and we see how the market is reacting to this. And for me personally, I'm not opening a new trade because this is a danger zone for me, and here we clearly have to wait for the market to decide what is about to happen next. So what potentially can happen is that we move higher, we are getting out of this resistance zone, having the daily candle close above 250, which is a bullish sign and also activates our next price target. But in case we are not doing this, so let's say we are staying in this range right here, and then at some point we are having the daily candle close below this range, then the likelihood shifts towards a bearish scenario, not long term. So do not understand me wrong here, because you know that long term I am still bullish and I still think that we are in a bull market. But what then potentially can happen is that we are bouncing around in here. At some point we are getting then the daily candle close below this level, and when I'm talking about a bearish scenario, I'm talking about some follow through, which is just normal after such a move right here. And this move potentially can bring us back here to retest the 218 level, eventually even here to retest the level of $210, basically the breakout level that we have talked about in the last updates. And only then we are doing the next move to the upside. But all of this at the moment is very speculative. At the moment I really have to say it's 50-50 for me, because we have arguments for the bullish case, we have arguments for the bearish case, and we are also very close to this level. Therefore at the moment I would wait here in Solana until we are leaving this battle zone right here, this resistance zone. And once we are leaving this zone, then we have a clearer understanding of what is potentially about to happen next. And you know guys, that as soon as this happens I will upload a new video, so make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss this. Also, in case you have any questions, feel free to post them down in the comments. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.